everyone, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, which is live life unregretful. So under the umbrella of mental health, I wanted to cover this because many of us walk around with shame, guilt, and lots of regret due to our past life and maybe past mistakes that we've made, past behaviors, the way we've conducted ourselves. It has branded us, or it's caused our reputation to take a hit. But the good news is, by God's grace, we have the ability to be forgiven for all of our past mistakes, and that we can change the trajectory of our future. And for many of you young people that are watching this, the blessing is that you have time on your hands. You have time to change that trajectory, and not only that, you can learn from the mistakes of those that came before you. And it is great wisdom to do so. And for those of you that are a little bit older, the good news is that you can't change the past, but you can change the future. And even if you've made terrible mistakes, you can do your best to rectify it. Whether it's going back to the individuals that you've hurt, apologize, humble yourself. You can try to work on yourself and improve your own mental space where you currently are, and change your own character through the work of the Holy Spirit. I think that is definitely a huge blessing that we have. And my encouragement to you guys is that your past does not define you. It doesn't tell you that that's who you are forever, because we're capable of change. We have the ability to completely revamp our brain because of neuroplasticity. We can definitely alter our way of thinking, and we don't have to think in the same pathways that we normally use. We can change that. And I really hope that this encourages you to recognize that your mental health is really in your hands, that it's something that you can really attempt to make small changes and to live life unregretful. And one of the big ways to doing that is to make better decisions. Make decisions that are not going to cause you to affect other people the wrong way, and to disrupt your interpersonal relationships with the people around you. So a good example of this, it's kind of like what Shrek had said, the ogre, who says, "Oh, I have a lot of layers," right? So I think a lot of us have, quote, layers, and those layers can come in the form of trauma, insecurities, and protection of some form, like whatever we may be using to kind of cover ourselves up, whether it's like, outward appearance, but deep down inside you're just a broken child, right? So all of these things that are kind of happening to an individual with all of their layers, it's like every single time you get into a relationship and it is tumultuous and it's traumatic, you tend to add on another layer to attempt to protect yourself. And then you get into another relationship, and because you hadn't healed from your past relationship, that relationship ends up becoming tumultuous because you've brought some baggage to that relationship without realizing it, and you've projected onto that individual, whether if it's a person who cheated on you in your past. Now you have trust issues and commitment issues, and you brought that into your new relationship, and so therefore that person then is reacting to you, reacting to your past instead of reacting to your present. Hopefully that makes sense. And then it just kind of snowballs into all of these other unhealthy relationships, right? So the big thing I really encourage for people is that if you have had any trauma, or you've made some pretty bad decisions that you're not proud of, take time to take care of yourself. Take time to kind of, rethink through what you've done and heal from that, so that when you enter into your next relationship, it's new, it's fresh, it doesn't have, the baggage of the past, and you may have some issues of the past, but at least you've worked through those, that you're a much healthier individual. You have a better mental ability to embrace the new relationship without the comparison of the past. And I tell a lot of people this, especially my girlfriends, and I say, when you get into a relationship, one of the big things that tends to happen is that we carry a piece of the person that we connect with in our heart. And sometimes those individuals don't readily go away, or the things that they've left behind can be very traumatic and may cause us to compare and contrast within our new relationship. And especially when you look at people who have never dated and enter into a relationship where both parties never dated, that relationship generally, it's refreshing, it's new, and nobody has anything to compare, right? It's just everything is great. But when you've had broken relationships, it's hard to get into a new relationship, because then you're kind of feeling like you're tiptoeing into this relationship, and you're not really able to plunge into it. And I'm not saying that that's a healthy mindset to have. I'm not saying plunge deep into a relationship before getting to know a person. I'm not talking about that. I think definitely you need to get to know the person before you really fully commit into a long-term relationship. But that is our advice for the day, and also just a way of maintaining our mental health is to really think about the decisions that we make, so that we're making a healthier life for us, where we're not traumatizing others in our trauma, if that makes sense. So may you live, thrive, and be healthy, and may your mind be healthy as well. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Bye.